Well, hi, good morning, good afternoon, rather. Sorry. This is Cliff from II Crew England Speaks Out. Now, this is the first broadcast that we've done under the new name II Crew England. Today's title, Stepping Away from Drongos. Drongos translating to underperformers. Today is Friday and it's been an interesting week. However, in business, you meet all different types of people. I just want to, for any benefit of any new listeners, okay, that are tuning in, these broadcasts are very ad hoc. They're not rehearsed. There's no script. I just speak from my heart. If I met you for a coffee or a pint down the pub, I wouldn't be speaking slowly. The reason why I'm speaking slowly is to think about what I'm saying. I don't want to speak recklessly. So, although we're doing this live, as it were, that is the reason, because I'm thinking what I'm saying and where it's going to take us. I had one of the most loveliest business chats over the telephone with a woman this week, and if she listens to this broadcast, she'll know straight away who she is, because she sent me through some email attachments and slides, a slideshow of social media marketing, and I found it absolutely fantastic. The knowledge in there was fantastic, and I've now got that kind of connection, that contact with a new contact, not this woman, but this other company where they do all this social media stuff, and you learn it properly, professionally. So what a nugget of information and contacts, and thank you very much. And I would say to that company, I won't mention them because they might not want me to, let's be fair. I won't mention the name, but they are a company based in Manchester, and we will be most definitely hooking up with them a bit later on in the future to discuss properly a plan forward, that how we can move forward with this particular company. I spoke to another young man, and also another younger lady. Again, I will not mention the business because it would not be right to do so, because they might not want me to do so. But I was extremely impressed. And again, in the future, very soon future, we hope to hook up together and work together. That said, moreover, when you're starting out in business, that it can be, whilst you have an established business, I won't mention the name, at a very well-known shoe repairing company based in Manchester, have had that experience, as I'm sure a lot of businesses have. But when you're starting out, which II Crew England is a young, newly formulated company, when you're starting out and you meet these drongos in business, you're hypersensitive to really and truly what they're doing. There can be people that you meet and you speak with on the telephone, for example, and you ask them, okay, that sounds fantastic. Could you put together a formal quotation for me and whack it through on an email for me, please? Because what we're doing now is we're gathering costs. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but certain people want to see that are supporting us, want to see written quotations. When they don't do it, you're able to say, okay, you don't want my business. That's okay, fine. And you move on and you find somebody that does, and that will send you through that written quotation. But the drongos I'm talking about are the ones where you've actually engaged them. Now, when it all goes pear-shaped, you experienced business people listening in might say, yeah, well, you've got your fingers burnt and you've got yourself to blame. You should have done absolutely thorough due diligence. And I'm talking about thorough due diligence. I thought I had, but it turned out that this one particular company, they were very mercenary in their business attitude. And yes, a business has to make money. If it doesn't make money, it fails to be a business and it will collapse. Yes, we are not running charity services. But, as in the case of the young lady that sent me through all the information and took time to speak to me, considerable time to speak to me, yes, of course, they want my business. But it's adopting this attitude of, becoming too mercenary, doing things just for money. We have to reach a happy medium. Of course we do. Like I've just said, we're a business, we're not a charity service, but there comes a time, if you're trying to charge somebody up for a telephone consultation, in certain situations, yes, if that is being agreed in the contractual terms, that the business will be conducted via telephone consultation, that you will be charged for that amount of time, then yes. But not when you fall out and then they try and say, because they're disgruntled, They try later on to impose a bill on you. That is non-ethical and immoral. So we need to identify with these characters within business and step away from them. Stepping away from them, okay, cuts the ties off, cuts their ties, so they cannot operate as a business. And believe you me, these businesses that do this type of carry on, they deserve not to be in business. We here at II Crew England, we like to think that we could emulate the business people that we are talking to that quite clearly are highly professional, but understand sales psychology, understand how people act, understand that it's not about bam, straight in and trying to take somebody's head off with a sale. Because you'll lose friends, you'll make enemies, you'll just upset everybody, and word gets around. It doesn't take long. This island we live on is extremely small. So, what do you get here at II Crew England? If you come on board and work with us, work alongside us, we want you to succeed. We want you to be even more successful than what you thought you'd be. Why? Why do we want that? Because that in turn makes us successful. But on the flip side of the coin, if we're not successful, then you won't be successful, because there won't be a business. So we operate an upside down management philosophy here at II Crew England. There are no bosses, there are no KPIs, there are no questions and answers. We are a group of people, not a cult or anything like that. We're a business out to make money. We are a group of people with like-minded goals to push forwards, onwards and upwards to become the most successful live streaming online fitness training company within the United Kingdom and within the world eventually. So we want people that are enthusiastic and lovers of life. That doesn't mean cheesy, that we become cheesy. We all get depressed and down from time. I do. So I would expect you to. But we grasp life. We are the head, not the tail. We here at II Crew England welcome positive feedback from our, what do I call you, members. Don't call you staff members or staff or our associates. Ideas, fresh ideas. How are we going to move the company forward? Things that I might never have thought of. Ever. we also here at II Crew England believe in fairness, in rewarding you financially for your input to helping build the company. We want to recognise and identify that and say thank you so very much as a way of saying thank you X, Y, Z. And that is the way to build companies nowadays. Forget the old way of doing business with the managing director sitting there, then the board of directors, then the manager, then the supervisor. Forget it. Forget it. Companies now need to embrace this new, upside down management philosophy, which works and which has worked for very successfully, highly successfully, for this company, this shoe cobbling, shoe repair company, key repair company. They do quite a bit. Company, which I won't mention their name because they might not want me to, but some of you out there might already have clocked who it is, based in Manchester. We need to look at what is being successful and take that on board and not be too proud to say, no, we're still going to batter our heads against the wall and do it that way. And that is not what II Crew England is about. We step away from the underperformers. We step away from the Drongos. We leave them at the wayside. Not in an unkind, callous, cruel, aggressive, nasty fashion, but they're just not what we want with us. And I think if a lot of the companies out there follow suit with that, this will certainly help in getting this very great country, the United Kingdom, well and truly back up on its feet again. It is all about SME entrepreneurism. So let's grasp it, entrepreneurs. This is Cliff from the II Crew England Speaks Out. I love you loads, friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. Any comments, you can hook up with me through the appropriate channels on Spreaker. You'll see all my profile there, the email address, there's a website address. You can link up with me on Twitter. But get back to me and let me know what you reckon. Speak to you again soon. Bye for now. Ciao.